This community interview is made possible by Shaw and Associates.
I'm Dave Shaw, President and CEO of Shaw & Associates. For over 70 years, Shaw & Associates has been your trusted experts for wealth management, tax, accounting, and payroll. We change lives and inspire true wealth, one person, one family, one business at a time. Shaw & Associates is a wealth management investment firm that specializes in taxes, serving as a fiduciary, putting your interests first. You can find more information or schedule an appointment by calling 530-674-1150 or on the web at shawassociatesinc.com. Shaw & Associates is proud to support community radio.
And we are thankful for Dave Shaw that supports community radio, and I want to thank him for his invitation to an event last night for James Gallagher. That was amazing. And
it was.
I got Dan Flores here with me this morning. And so, I don't often out people publicly, Dan,
Sure.
And with you in particular, I'm just always kind, always right. I would never.
Let me think about that. Okay. Yeah.
But with Dave Shaw... So last night we're sitting at the table,
right,
and somebody, I don't know who said it, because I don't want to point fingers.
Right.
But somebody says, well, he's the Shaw of Yuba City.
Oh, no.
I know.
Oh, boy.
So, Dave, now it's out there, buddy.
The Shaw of Yuba City. We're going to start calling him
the
that every
Shaw
time I
of
see
Yuba
him.
City.
Hey, he might wear that with pride. Who knows, right?
Yeah, he could.
Yeah. I don't know if we've ever had a Shaw, so that's great.
Yeah. He'd get like special robes and stuff. Well, he can't be mayor again,
that's right? Yeah.
So, because
new title.
Yeah, his new title, the Shaw of Yuba City.
Oh,
he's got to get a long black Cadillac, though. I mean, come on. He can't be driving around the pickup truck.
This pickup truck.
With a cowboy hat. Dave, you got to change.
There's no way you can be a Shaw that way, right? Oh, yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
that was a great event last night. Though. You mentioned it. Good turnout, and it's great seeing everybody there. In support of our local guy that really started as a county supervisor, actually.
Wow.
With our colleague before, where he was there before I started, and just to watch him rise up and become a great assemblyman and really support the North State and support us all the way through, and his whole mission has been wonderful to follow. The way he takes care of his family and cares about this community first, just very inspirational. And just watching him all the way through, and now we're going to take him to the federal level, and I think this area will get behind him 100% and make it happen. Look at that turnout last night.
My gosh, that place was packed. You couldn't even walk through there,
Yeah.
And
but he's representing the values of this area, and that's what really matters. So.
Well, and we talk about both sides of the aisle. Talk about one of the things that caused people to vote for Donald Trump was he was just Donald Trump.
Right.
This is who I am. This is what I love. They show videos of. He's been talking about the stuff he's doing years ago.
Yeah.
He's been on the same track.
Right.
And I feel that way about James Gallagher. That just straight talk. Yeah. This is the North Valley. This is what matters to me. He talked about 3 elements last night. One, which I thought was huge, and I really loved it, was about the water.
Yes.
About how Doug LaMalfa had fought for these things, and he even talked how Doug had stalked the president.
Yeah.
Come on, listen, you got to listen to this.
That's right, yeah.
And so he talked about that. There was something I wasn't aware of, and that's rural hospitals.
Yes.
That was amazing.
The support of rural hospitals, bringing them back and strengthening them. And
he just really has his finger on the pulse of the North Valley.
Yeah.
And,
he's going to follow up on what LaMalfa started, too. And that's great because he has a commitment to do that. And, LaMalfa was a great guy. LaMalfa was a man who, he was a congressman, and I could call him on the phone. He'd answer the phone, right? Or one time I was in D.C. they have a trip called Cap to Cap, where the Sacramento region goes out to Washington, D.C., and we visit. And I'm walking in the underground tunnel there that goes, over the White House and the Senate building. And we're going over there, and I'm just walking, and all of a sudden I hear this, "Hey, Dan," and I'm like, "What was that?" Walking on the Senate lane or the Congress where the congressmen walk, and there was Doug LaMalfa, and he just says, "Hey, good to see you," and then he comes over and gives me a hug. It's just a genuine person, and he's very much missed. But watching watching James be able to carry on his legacy will be a great thing for us, for this community. We have to do it. This is the North State. We need that support.
So it's a really wonderful thing when people that are in politics, that are in government position, that you can just call them and they answer the phone.
Yes.
Which brings up a little sore spot between you and I, Dan.
Texting.
So apparently you don't like my 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning calls where I just tell you, Dan, I can't sleep.
If you called me at 5, Fish, that would be okay. But 3 or 4 a.m., come on.
So I just want to go on record.
Yeah.
Dan Flores doesn't like to be called when you can't sleep and ask him to sing you a lullaby. He just refuses to do it. What kind of
politician is he, right? No,
yeah. So that was.
You can call me anytime.
That was really a great event.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't frequent them, but I'm thankful for the Shaw of Yuba City
for taking you last night.
Yeah, for having me going. I saw you and your lovely bride there last night, and just a lot of people that I know, right? Because I've had them on the air. So many people I've had on the air, and I told James, I said, listen, you got my ear.
Yeah.
And I said, so what do you want? What can I do to help?
Yeah.
And he said, get people to go out and vote on June 2nd.
That's the key.
And my thought is this: there has been a tendency for people to think my vote don't count, but it does.
Oh, it counts.
It does.
100%.
Every vote counts, and
Really does.
and I've heard stories of where even we've had some here locally where somebody running for a particular office and a candidate loses by half dozen votes.
Right.
It happens.
Yeah.
And so your vote does count. And so I'm going to do that. I told him, I said, I'll try to pull a spot he's got or something, just to encourage people, get out there and vote. I tell people, if you're willing to complain, you're out there complaining, and you don't vote, your complaint don't count either.
That's right.
That's what doesn't count.
It doesn't.
Your complaint doesn't count. Your vote counts.
And some of those are they're even closer, Fish. I mean, there's been some races, particularly in Marysville, where somebody's won by 2 points.
Gosh.
So 2 votes. I mean, think about that, right? So maybe 3 people decided not to vote. It could go either way, right? So it's
they
amazing.
could have pulled that.
Yeah, they get tight, and there's the numbers. There's not a great amount of numbers, even in the whole district when you think about it. So any small amount could sway it. So what you're talking about, it's critical. Everybody needs to get out and vote. 100%.
So I appreciate Dan Flores.
Well, thank you.
I really do.
Thank you.
Because I've talked to you so many times on and offline. And you're a pretty normal guy. There's things you like and things you don't like, and there's things that go on in our community. And you love both sides of the river.
I love the whole Yuba Sutter community.
I don't know where you live because you refuse to tell me, and I'm not sure why that is. But
that's because it's too close to you, just down the street. I think it's about maybe a 7-iron from my house.
So I don't have to call. I can now knock on your door at night.
Or hit the golf ball over.
But and it's you seem to be the kind of guy, although you know what you think, you're always willing to listen.
Yes.
Even if it's the other side and it's something that you would oppose, you're willing to listen to both sides.
Yeah.
And we've had conversations about things, in particular because I work in Marysville.
Yeah.
We've talked about that here. So I can appreciate you being a supervisor in Sutter County, and I live in Sutter County.
Yeah.
And now that I know where you live, and so, but Marysville and the economic development of Marysville, that's kind of near and dear to you. You have watched Marysville go from potential to movement to literally, it's like, okay, things are happening. But I have to ask you this question because this is how I feel, right? Okay.
Let's hear it.
It just doesn't happen fast enough. Is that? Do you feel that way?
Oh, every day, Fish. I mean, you're nailing my feelings. I mean, it's I've been here about 4 years. And it doesn't feel like that long either. But
wow.
But we started with this. I feel like it was very negative, like a lot of negativity in the community. The feeling, like culturally here, was like, oh, Marysville. I can't even use some of the words here, but they didn't like it, and just the feedback I was getting, and nothing ever happens. There's a lot of potential, but There's a lot of maybe opportunity, but nobody ever does anything. And now I really feel like we're in a whole different stage. You know, we have people who are very positive. They're buying into the Marysville momentum, the things that are happening here. I gave a report to the city council last week, and we have a great video too on Facebook. I'll share it with you. But you know, it shows what's happening in Marysville and all of the development. And now we have the interest of people from the outside who want to come in, who are interested in developing more here in Marysville. The city council under their leadership, and we have a great city manager. I mean, I should talk to you about the teams, the people here.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day, this momentum is driven by a team of people that is great to work with. And I think about it all the time. And the other day when I was giving the report, I'm practically getting choked up over the team.
Yeah.
No, because it's hard to find a team, you know, that you work with. But this team, you have the council who drives things, but they're also involved in, you know, they'll call and say, hey, what about this? Or what about that? What about that? And then we get the feedback. Then it goes to the city manager. You know, Jim Shad's a great guy to work with.
That guy, I'm telling you, I don't know how they got him.
No,
he's like that thing they say about Trump. We don't deserve him, right? It's like, I met Jim Shad and I was like, he's so quiet.
Yes.
But you start talking to him and you're like, whoa, who is this guy?
He's a wealth of knowledge.
Gosh.
He's very analytical, really good, you know, and really good leadership style. And then, you know, they brought on a strong HR person, John Perry, who works with us, and then I
haven't met him.
Oh, we'll bring him next time. We'll bring him.
Bring him on.
You'll love talking to him. But they talk about the recruitment that went on, and then we end up with a super strong finance director who you met last month, and then we have this wonderful police chief, Vance Nevada.
And then
we have a fire chief, Kyle Hengstrom, who's really an incredible fire chief right now, and you know, we're combining Linda and Marysville with fire, and then you take all the staff. I mean, we have this amazing building planning staff. Oh, and I got to mention Jeremy Chapdelaine. You know, he's our building official and doing the public works. And
I've had him on. He's a great guy too.
He's awesome, and you know, he's the mayor of Live Oak too, right? So, So he has.
I get a little extra news when I bring Jeremy on. It's like, so what's going on in Live Oak?
Yeah, you could get both, but putting this team together, you know, has helped support the momentum, and then taking people like yourself who have really been strong supporters, and then bringing other business people in the area and putting together the Marysville Business Alliance, and then working with the Economic Development Corporation. You know, Brenda's been helping keep the glue, you know, keep the MBA sort of together, and now it's growing and the resources are coming. There's like 5 restaurants coming in here in the next, you know, few weeks. I mean, that's never happened in the city of Marysville, you know, and I just get really excited about what we have going on. You have to check out that video. I have one part of it that has AI, and it has a flyover over the top of the city hall, and you have to take a look at it.
Yeah. I just want to know, is the heart building in there?
There is a picture of the heart.
All right, then I'll watch the video. We'll put it on our new 93Q TV on YouTube, our new TV channel.
Yes, for sure. But the people, I just, you know, to reiterate on that, just working as a team where there's the communication and then the understanding and the expertise, and there, you know, none of the team that I just mentioned talks about, you know, showing up 8 to 5 or, you know, just being a part of the job. They're part of the community. They're ingrained in it. You know, they don't necessarily live here, but they are part of everything that goes on, and I think that really makes a huge difference. You know,
we've got so many great things, even right down here in Marysville. You know, you were talking about new restaurants. So I went to that Quenchies and Munchies.
Oh my gosh!
If you don't love Rudy and Patty, you're the issue. You're the issue. They're just the greatest couple, and so I go in. I didn't know they had food. I thought it was just drinks, and I love their strawberry lemonade.
That's
help me, Jesus!
No sugar in that.
Yeah, and then so anyway, he says, "Oh no, you got to eat a sandwich." So I forgot to order a drink, and he gave me a turkey and cucumber sandwich.
Yeah.
Do I look like a health food guy at any? It's like I almost said, I'm not eating that. You know, you got a meatball sandwich. I can do it anyway. I ate that thing and I was blown out of the water.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes you just have to try things, right? And I trust him. He's really an honest guy, and so I ate the sandwich. I didn't even need a drink. It was so delicious, right?
Yeah, they make good. I think it was, I can't remember, and Rudy, forgive me, but whatever the name of that sandwich was, but it had like some of his bean salsa in it or something, and it was turkey too. And I thought he said Fiesta sandwich or something, but it was so good.
Probably he's got unique names. And then I think of.
And did you try the dessert? Did you try the croffle?
No, everybody tells me that, and it's like I missed that, so now I got to go back and try the dessert. But I want to talk about a negative in just a minute.
Okay, sure.
But I just want to give kudos out to the different businesses. I think about Palomas. What a great couple
amazing.
that have that.
Yeah, they've done a
those
wonderful
guys,
job.
they are lovers of community.
Yes.
And so they open Palomas, and of course I love the brick, right?
Yeah.
Kimberly,
the brick.
all Kimberly needs is to get the building next door, right? 'Cause there's not enough room for everybody to sit down there.
Yeah.
And then they open the new golf place.
Yeah, Tyler opened the golf place. He's done a great job.
And then I think of Elvies, which Lauren, this young girl, just gets this idea. What an entrepreneur.
She's amazing. She's the new president or chair of the
downtown
the NBA.
business. Yeah.
We have to have you at the next meeting, by the way. You should come to that. That'd be great.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
I'd love to go to those meetings.
Yeah.
But when you have the meetings, I'm on the air.
Oh, well, maybe we'll have them all on the air and just have the meeting on.
We'll just bring them up here and have the meeting, right? But I just love the transitioning and the people that have stuck with it. Entrepreneurs like Lauren that had an idea and a vision, put her money where her mouth is. I can do this.
Yeah.
And so I was at a high school, got invited to speak to a high school, and they asked me to speak about being an entrepreneur because basically it's what I am, right?
Yeah.
And I brought up Lauren and other business owners in downtown Marysville who just really have and will continue to make a difference. Okay, now the negative.
They have the energy, they just keep bringing it in. And they're the ones who are helping build that whole thing right now. I mean, the whole structure is happening as a result of their willingness to take a risk. But they have a belief too now. So if you think about the new businesses coming in, there's a confidence now that something's actually happening in Marysville. So that creates that confidence. It creates momentum, and the momentum goes faster and better and stronger, and it's great. And we're in that space, but we need to hold on to it.
So now the negative, Big Dan, and I've talked to you about this.
Sure.
It would appear to me that there are people that own property in Marysville.
Yes.
Who just to be honest, I don't know how else to say it, they don't get the vision.
No, they don't.
They don't get, look, you need to keep your building in good repair. You need to, all the things, and I don't know all of them. I've had a couple of conversations with you.
Yeah.
And it's we use the terminology of good old boys club. But this really isn't that. This is just people that own property that don't take care of it. And then people say, well, hey, this is going on, or that's going on, or this store is empty. And it's not the business community, because not everybody that owns a building, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, lives here.
No, they don't. You're correct. Yeah.
And I'm almost thinking, can we do a city ordinance? You can't own a building unless you live there. Well, wait a minute. Except me.
Yeah, except you.
Yeah, because I might end up owning a building someday.
But
really, is that true?
You're on a point that the city council and leadership of Marysville are really looking into it and working on strongly right now. So we have some new ordinance that's coming up within the next, I'd say, couple of months. It'll be passed, but it's a maintenance ordinance. So there's required maintenance of the buildings.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, and it's pretty strict ordinance, but it needs to be because there are too many people who have not paid attention to their buildings. We're also looking at we have an enforcement officer, Parisha, who's amazing, but she goes out and looks at buildings that are need, for lack of better terms, need help. So she takes a lot of notes and then contacts the owners, gives them plenty of time to do something with those buildings. But bottom line is, the message to the building owners that you're letting your buildings go or you haven't taken care of them, the city's not going to put up with it anymore. I'm just going to come out and say it.
Yeah.
It's done. That time is over. That 40 years of doing nothing is over. The city is trying to support commerce in the city, trying to support the residents of the city, trying to support, making this a better place to live, work, play. And the only way that's going to happen is if we get the property owners also to come in and buy in with us. If you're not going to take over your building, sell it. I'm just going to tell you, just sell it to somebody who will, because there are people out there who will. And I think it's unfair to the rest of the community to have a tax write-off or whatever, and you're not doing anything with the building, especially in this historic downtown, that has been ignored and somewhat torn down in the past. And we're not doing that anymore. We're going to celebrate our history. We're going to build from our history. We're going to look to the future. But this is I'm not threatening anybody. I'm just telling you this is where we're headed.
And I think the community would be 100% behind that because so the owner of this building, I can call him and say, hey, Vince, I need this done. And he'll get it done.
Right.
But he's already totally, that top roof he redid, both the side roofs he redid. He put fencing around the back, secured it with an electric
it's well
gate.
maintained. It looks
and
nice.
Then he just spent, I don't think I'm allowed to tell you how much, but I mean, a lot of money to redo the elevator because the last time it was done was in the 80s.
Yeah, I remember calling you and you were stuck in there.
You're the guy I called. I said, well, I'll sit here and do business, so I'll call Dan. I'm sitting in the elevator. They did come get me out, obviously, but it's like, you have to maintain it, and I think about that. Listen, if somebody said to me, I'm going to give you a job in Marysville, I'm going to pay you a really huge salary. It's called Public Works. I would tell them, thank you very much, but I'm not interested.
Right.
Let
Jeremy do it.
Let Jeremy do it because there's so much to do.
There is.
And they get a lot done, and it looks like, because everybody can't see everything.
Right, yeah.
I had somebody on here, oh gosh, I can't remember who it was. They were telling me about all the road improvements they did out in, I think it's East Marysville, West Marysville.
Over 20% of the roads in Marysville have been improved in just in the last few years.
So I have a friend that has a church over there. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah.
And so I went over there. Those roads are amazing.
Yeah, they've really fixed them.
I mean, they're well marked.
There'll be another, I think, 20-30% of the roads that will be done in the next year or a year and a half. So it's great.
Well, and even James Gallagher said we're going to work on helping. I was
I like
out
the
there.
way you brought up Marysville. It's like, great.
I was like, is it okay to stand up now?
That was good. Yeah.
Because I'm always kidding them in Yuba City about fixing my road, because that's what everybody does. Fix my road.
Oh,
fix
absolutely.
Now it's become a running joke. Fish. We're not fixing that thing in your road.
Well, hey, just back
the
to
roads are fine. That's your sidewalk.
It is.
Oh, you're not going to fix my driveway? No, we're not going to fix your driveway.
It's and buildings. Back to that. I mean, they need to pay attention to their buildings.
Mm-hmm.
The owners of these buildings can't just let them go. They need to work on it. And again, I would say, have somebody else do it if you don't want to do it. But it's okay, because people are doing it now, and you're either going to get on the train with us. And I want to talk about the train because we have a big train coming.
Yes, so we talked about that last night.
We want to get on the train with us, or don't just get off the bus or off the train, because we're moving forward, and the city's not going to be going backwards right now with this team, especially behind it, with the community that you talked about, the business community, the Laurens, the Kims, the Palomas.
I know I didn't mention everybody.
I know,
but just great.
We're not leaving you out. Melissa, we love you there too. Everybody was out there, but
Demona, and Diggs, Demona, we love Demona,
and Judy Mann.
Judy Mann.
There, So, but all that's what it is, though. It's all of these people working together to make things happen. And when you get the ones who aren't there, I'm sorry. It's maybe go somewhere else, because this is where we need to move forward. And if you got a beef with that, give me a call, because I want to talk to you about it. But this is really important.
Yeah, don't call me, because I'm forwarding my phone to Dan Flores. So tell me about the train.
Oh man, the Union Pacific Big Boy, the largest steam train in North America, coming through Marysville for a whistle stop.
My gosh.
Yeah, it's going to be an awesome event. They're coming through, I think it's April 9th. At 3:30 p.m., I believe. I'll just make sure I get the timing right.
Do they actually stop here?
Yeah, so we're planning a whole stop. We met with the Union Pacific folks yesterday, and they're going to stop on 7th Street, right where Stassi's is located. So we're going to close down that portion of 7th Street, people can come and check out the train. They're going to stop for a full 15 minutes. So we can get photos and check it out, and I would encourage people to do it because
I'll get my film crew out there.
Oh,
I
you
have
should.
got a film crew now because
Yeah.
we got TV.
Oh,
so
then you should have them out there because that train was built in the 1940s. It was
Wow.
to help the war
I
effort.
love steam trains.
And it's the biggest one. I mean, the thing is huge. I forget how many tons it weighs, but it's just a giant train. We're going to have a proclamation done. The mayor's going to speak. And then Union Pacific is going to present the city of Marysville with a plaque. And it's Marysville is going to become a train town USA. So there's multiple
we
train
need
towns.
a train station, Dano.
Oh, it's coming. It's
we
coming.
need a train station.
2030. Be ready for it. So,
My wife and I took the train to Reno.
Yeah.
And-
that's a great trip.
Oh, and
Yeah.
we got the little room.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, Dan! We had a porter.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. They bring the food to you. But my grandkids were in the. We didn't put them in a private room. They got
They were out there.
Yeah, they said it was great. Still, great view, great.
Yeah.
It's like 4 stops, so it takes a little while to get there. But
It's a
what
good
a
way
great
to
ride!
travel. It really
My
is.
wife and I want to do
Yeah.
it while there's snow, but it looks like that might not happen, right? And so.
Snow's over.
Yeah, I know. It's
Next
like,
year.
Yeah, I got to quit being so busy, right?
No, I went. I didn't go in one of the sleeper cars, but I went in the train. I went with Fotine. Remember Fotine? Yeah. So we went with her and her husband, and it was a great trip. We went out to Reno, and but I do remember them partying the whole way, like on the train.
Yeah, there's partying on the train. Yeah, and there's certain trains that's what it's for.
Yeah.
But Patty and I, we just love to do a getaway, and the train was awesome. But we had to drive down to Sacramento, right, and do that to get on the train. But honestly,
Well, we're going to have the San Joaquin Valley line, it's sort of an arm of Amtrak, will be coming to Marysville. And we talked about this about a year ago, but it's still in planning. It's not part of the high-speed rail thing.
We don't want that.
It's not.
We don't need to be high speed. Just get me where I want to go.
That's it.
I don't get,
It's going to come from Sacramento, it'll go to Marysville, and then up to Chico, and then back 5 times a day.
Smart.
And that's planned for 2030. So we're hoping to. It won't be a train station in the beginning. It'll be a train platform.
Which is.
But that's the way to go.
But if somebody's smart,
Yeah.
they'll make sure there's a station with a donut shop in it.
Yeah, you're right.
Come on.
Absolutely. Why
Talk
not?
to Kimberly, man. Brick number 2.
Yeah, come on,
Right?
Kimberly.
Brick
you can
2.
do this. And we'll be able to develop around the area. So the platform will be, it's projected to be on the other side of Adventist Hospital, where their parking lot is. And it will be nice to have that there. But you can get on the train and you can go to Sacramento. From Sacramento, you can go to Reno. You
That's
can go to
it.
the Bay Area.
That's it.
So we're looking out, but 2030 is not that far away now. So
No,
Yeah.
I'll only be 106.
105, you're okay. Just hang in there.
Dan Flores,
Yes.
I'm just telling you, buddy, don't ever change. Be you,
try
because
not.
we don't need you to be the Shaw of Yuba City. We already have one. And if Dave is listening or noticing this, I'm not letting this one go. Dave, that's it.
You're going to get him
So
the
blame
rope.
whoever was at the table, and then you invited me, so it's all yours, Shaw. It's on you. And now I've given it to Dan, who can carry it forward
Yeah,
into
there
the
you go.
world.
Now we'll take it out there, right? No, Dave, we've been working really closely together with City of Yuba City and Sutter County. We've got a lot of initiatives going on on that side of the river as well. So just really good things happening. You've seen even downtown Yuba City is doing really great right now. You got the new sign, the Yuba City sign. We've got some restaurants that are opening. We've got things that are happening. And downtown Yuba City is my district there as a county supervisor, so I have a lot of pride in that downtown as well.
Wait a minute. Am I in your district?
Yes, you live in my district. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember the sign, Dan.
But you look at it and you say, hey, we got D Street and we have Plumas Street.
Mm-hmm.
And back in the 50s, they used to have parades that went on both streets. So the veterans parades, they would actually go around, do the circle. So they've always been working together, and we just want to continue that relationship.
Well, not that many years ago, I had a hot rod, and they used to do Friday night was Plumas Street.
Okay.
And then Saturday was D Street.
Oh, wow. Okay. I
So
didn't
for a
even
hot
know.
rod
Yeah.
guy, it was
Yeah.
a great event, and I'd love to see somebody couple those back together.
Yeah.
Even though I don't have a hot rod, I might be persuaded to buy another one.
Oh, that would be fun.
Either that or
show
I'll
up
just
and watch
wait.
the hot rods, right? Yeah.
I'll just wait till my HHR is that old. So it's like,
Oh, hey, I should also mention, you mentioned Palomas. So they're going to be sponsoring a Food Truck Fridays.
Yep, I
so
saw
you heard
that.
About,
yeah,
so that's coming up pretty shortly, too. So just want to make sure we get people out there and enjoy it. Food Truck Fridays down on D Street. I think that'll be a really nice way to go into spring. Well, we don't get spring around here, but summer, summer's going into.
Yeah,
it's
we
hotter.
just go with, it's like, what happened to spring? Well, I turned my sprinklers on. That kind of did it, right?
That was it, yeah.
Tootie sent me a thing. We're trying to get him on the air.
Great, yeah.
Him and his wife talk about that.
Yeah.
And an event that he has there. But we live in an area that is moving up and forward, not going down and
Not going down.
backward.
Yep.
And it's because of men like you, and as much as I kid Dave Shaw, men like Dave Shaw.
Definitely, yeah.
And I could go down the list of people in government that I've met. I just absolutely love Marysville City Council.
Oh, they're
Yuba
amazing.
City Council.
Yeah.
Supervisors, not as much, but
I knew that was coming. You were talking about Yuba County Supervisor.
oh, is that it? Yeah, I love both our sheriffs, man.
Oh,
just
they're amazing.
incredibly
Yeah.
wonderful
Sheriffs on both
men.
sides are incredible, yeah.
Our police chiefs,
Yeah,
man. Our
same.
CHP.
Yeah.
all the people
Aren't
that
we
I've
blessed? This is what we're
Oh,
talking
my
about.
gosh,
the people
man.
we have working with us
That's
right now.
it.
Like, just hang on to them because we need to.
Yeah.
We need to keep going, keep moving forward.
Yeah. I do have to mention Yuba County Office of Education and all the work they do in the community that I get to see and talk to them about. And,
That's the partnership. So, along with the people that we have internally, great example, Yuba County Office of Ed. We're working with them with a grant they have. We reactivated the Parks and Rec Department for the city of Marysville. And Yuba County Office of Ed is helping us do the scheduling and get everything together. They're actually running it. So if you contact Yuba County Office of Ed, we have about 15 new programs going on that weren't happening in Marysville, and there's more coming. And it's great. But it's because of that partnership and their support that it's been able to happen. But all the partnerships, Yuba County Office of Ed, the Yuba City or Yuba Sutter EDC, working with SACOG, working with Greater Sacramento Economic Council, working with your radio station, helping get everything out. We need to get on TV more.
Who knew? Who knew?
Yeah.
The TV is going to be happening. You and I will talk offline about how we can help get people to support local TV. It's time. We had Channel 5 at one point. I still get people telling me about it.
Yeah.
And we need it. There's people that really
I remember
understand.
Channel 5. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Well, they understand the value of it.
Yeah.
We became radio you could see, and it has just grown since then. I just finished the TV studio downstairs, so we have it, and it gives me opportunity like what we're doing now to talk about what's going on for economic development, both sides of the river, how the area is growing. Yeah, we may have to do a regular show.
Oh, that would be fun.
Because I already ran way past. It's a good thing I own the station.
I haven't even looked at the time. Oh, people are calling me. I can see.
Yeah.
Tara, you're calling me. I'll see you in a little bit. Fish already mentioned you.
Yeah. Tara Hart, what a great gal. I saw her last night. All right.
Lots of energy.
Big
All right,
Dan,
well, hey,
I appreciate you.
Thank you, Fish.
And
Yeah,
I got to be
appreciate you as
careful
well.
of complimenting you too much. You get this big head, can't get you out of the studio.
That's okay. I'm going to go hug the Shaw. And then we'll see
Yeah,
how
that's
it's
it. Go hug the Shaw.
And we're only joking over
Ask
here,
for the
Dave.
blessing.
Hello, Dave. Take care. We'll see you.